All right, you guys, here's what you'll need for this project. For your kitchen bar cart, you will need two, what is this, angle aluminum. All right, if it would focus. Give me a second. All right. You'll need 1 1/16 of inch, and it's 96 inches long. All right. You'll need 2 pieces of this. This one is already cut to size. You'll need 1 board that is 8 feet long and is 2 by 12 inches. And I had to cut it into 3s for each piece is 32 inches long. You'll need a drill. You'll need either a paintbrush or rag for your staining. You'll need whatever color stain you want to make your wood shelves. You'll need strews and a saw if you don't have an electric saw. All right, so let's get to it. Oh, one last thing I forgot, you will need something to protect your floors. I have this leftover plastic and this towel that I'm gonna put to help me cut so that the shavings would come on the plastic and not on the floor. So yeah, that's what you'll need. All right, you all, this is by far the most tiring part. So you have your angle aluminum at 8 feet originally, and you cut it down to size. I believe this is about, I'm not sure how tall the aluminum pieces is, but I measured it according to the height that I wanted, and I measured it against my kitchen counter because I want it to be at least as tall as my kitchen counter. So right now I'm just cutting down the aluminum with this saw, this hand saw. If you have an electric saw, to make it much easier, but this is what I have and this is what I can afford, so I'm using this. You want to try to keep it straight. You can start to see that the aluminum is cut, but you just have to make sure it's cut on each side, so down the middle it has a nice split to it. So you just keep on sewing. All right, you see that? So I have to do this side. So it's kind of split right here. So let's keep working. All right, so we have our second cut complete. So I have 2 cuts so far. I hope you guys can see. All right. And they pretty much measure up. All right, so I'm gonna cut the rest, the other 2 pieces, and then I'll be back. So I have 2 cuts at the height that I want. You guys can see. I'll have the 2 pieces that I need, and you need 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the other 2 pieces from this aluminum, the long aluminum right there. Then I'll come back. All right, you guys, the next step, well, first you should have 4 pieces of angle aluminum cut. Here it is here. These measure 37 inches long. All right, the next thing you want to do is grab your rag or your brush. All right, whichever one. I'm going to use the rag, and you want to start your staining process. So if you would like to sand down your wood, you can. These pieces are pretty smooth, so I'm not going to bother with sanding, and I'm going to coat it with a clear finish once I do the stain. So this is the Varathane. I hope you guys can see it. The Varathane wood stain in the color Kona. All right, so I'm going to open this can up. The best way I can. I don't know my can opener, paint can opener. Just using this little clip that I have. And this can is so dirty. It was in my garage from an earlier project that I did. Before, it's pretty simple. You just dip it, your rag, all right, and rub it straight on. This stain calls for you to leave it for about 3 minutes. You rub it on, then you leave it. You leave it in longer if you want a darker color. All right, you all. I wanted you guys to see how it looks after I wipe it off. Uh-oh, I'm going the wrong way. And you also want to make sure you're getting the sides as well. So I'm going to go like, side. Do the same thing, the other side. So after your stain has dried, you want to go over each board with a protective finish. So this is the WinMax Polycrylic water-based finisher. And it is an old bottle that I had, old container that I had for a previous project. So it's pretty much almost done. But you're going to use this, all right? And you're going to just go over with one coat, an even coat across the board, and let it dry for about an hour. At least that's what mine's. No, 2 hours. And then you can sand it if you like. This is an optional step. You can also just leave the wood bare if you would prefer. But I'm just going to give it one coat. It comes on milky cream. All right, and then you just let it dry. This isn't as strong as the stain, the wood stain. So if you have the option of staining your wood outdoors, I would do that. I had to raise up a few of the windows because over time it became really strong. And again, don't neglect your sides. And I think I failed to mention that the wood is facing upright, right side up, and not the back. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stain the back or seal the back because the back is not going to be in use. So this is just the top of each board, which will serve as the shelves of your kitchen caddy. So this board is pretty much done, and I'm going to let that dry. So I'm going to do the same thing for the last two, and then that'll be it as far as treating each shelf. Alright, you guys, for the next part, once each of your boards have dried with with the clear coat, the protecting, you want to go through each of your boards and make sure and see which side you want to use for the top. Alright, the middle and the bottom. So I chose what I want my top board to be, which would be the top of your cart, based on how smooth it is. And remember, I only put the protecting on the top layer. I didn't put on the top, I didn't put any a clear coat on the bottom. If you see it shiny, it's because you know, it was from the excess from the top, you know, running over. All right, so this is the smoothest piece of wood that I have, so I'm using this for the top layer. And then I chose this one for the middle. Not that much of a difference, but it was less rough. And then the last one was the roughest piece. Because again, I didn't sand it, but I just put the clear coat on it. But if you choose to sand it, you can. So I labeled it top, middle, and bottom so that it won't get mixed up. So what you want to do now is line up your aluminum corners that you cut off, depending on your sides. Again, mine is 32 inches long. You want to lay it flat down like this. You see it? The L down. Once you lay it down, you're going to lay your board on top of the aluminum corners on either side. So I lay one here and I lay one on this side. And I just evenly laid the top, the middle, and the bottom. So this is how the rack, the caddy, is going to look. That's the top, that's the middle shelf, that's the bottom shelf. So once you've done that, you're going to use your leveling tool, and you're going to place it on your board to make sure each piece is level. All right, so this piece is level, and you want to do all that for all three of your boards. So that way, once you begin to drill it and attach the aluminum angles to the board, it's all lined up. All right, so you're going to do that for all three of your boards. I already did it, so I just wanted you guys to see what I did. The next thing you want to do is use a marker or pen to highlight or to mark where you want to drill your hole. So after everything is lined up, you want to go through and put a dot in the middle of the aluminum so that you can drill. I already began drilling here. So you want to do that for each corner on both sides, for each shelf on both sides. So that's your initial mark. All right. I did each side like so. Just put a mark so I can know where to drill. All right. Once you've marked all your holes, you want to get your drill and drill through the aluminum to do some pre-holes. Do your pre-drilling on the other side. Basically, I'm going to do the same thing on either side. You go down the line. So I'm gonna do each one. Let me zoom out. To the next one. So all three of those holes are drilled in on three sides, and now for these three sides, I'm going to continue the process. I did the first hole. Now I have to do the last two. I want to make sure that the drill bit that you're using is the proper size for the aluminum. So I use 9 6/4 of an inch screw bit. Here it is. I hope it's coming through on camera. So what I'm going to do, and then this doesn't matter. I use a smaller drill bit for the drill into the wood. Right now, I'm just going to reinforce the hole that we pre-drilled that came through the aluminum. Just so that the screw can go directly into the wood without any extra force. Okay. I'm going to replace the board. Even out this towel, so it won't be so bumpy underneath. Replace the board by the hole. Alright, get my leveling device and make sure the board is still centered. It looks like it's centered. Yep. So now I'm gonna drill this hole. This out the way. Do a little color twist. Okay. With my hand to feel for the hole through the wood. All right, it caught. Hope you guys are seeing it. Uh-oh. I do not want to mess up my hardwood floors. Now for the second one, well, the third one, the last one, do the same thing. I have to switch out my screwdriver, you guys see, to the drill bit piece. The last piece, and on this side. Twist it in, be careful. Just twisting it in my hand for now. See if we can catch. All right. sure it's level. Uh-oh. Alright, so let me go on the other side. Hinge drill. Alright, so that's in there. Alright, I hope you guys can see all 3 holes have been drilled. Uh-oh. On both sides, on either side, there, there, and there. Alright, so you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So we already marked our holes, remember? Uh-oh, where is it? Where's the mark? Alright, we already marked our holes on each in three places. We're going to use our drill bit to drill through each of these holes, and then again drill through the bottom of the wood where we made our our pre-holes through the aluminum, and then we're going to go ahead and screw that in. All right. Also, it went straight through. Do the same thing for this side. Still the same level. Just screw. All right. Level. That's it for that one. So now you have both of your sides in place. Sorry, the handle, the cord. Trying to zoom out. You have this side and that side done. Now you just have to put your ankle pieces on the other side. So basically you're going to repeat the process. All right, put the 2 aluminum ends or aluminum angles on either side. All right, you're going to mark your holes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then do your pre-drilling. Okay. All right. Now for the last hole. That's pretty much drilled in. All right, so now that all of them have been drilled in, the primary holes for the primary holes, Lord, what am I saying? Now that each of the pilot holes has been drilled, you want to go in with the screws and start screwing down the aluminum to the wood. All right. All right, that one's done. The next one. All right, now that everything is done and screwed in, you want to just wipe off the excess. Take off the label, wiping off the excess aluminum and wood trims that came from drilling. This aluminum, sign from this aluminum, I'll take it off later. Alright, so let's see. Here's the test. I don't want to hurt my hand. Oh wow, look at that beauty. Can you guys see? Uh-oh. Look at that. So cute. Alright, this is how it looks. It's leaning forward. Let me move this. So much stuff underneath it. I really don't want to move the towel from under it because it's so, the ends are still raggedy. Saw something under it. The marker. Alright, you guys. This is how it looks. Looks pretty even to me. What do you guys think? Then when you put it on a caster, it's gonna look gorgeous, even better. This is the completed look. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, and I probably won't film this, I'm going to put a drill a screw on either side. So there's one on this side, so I'm gonna go ahead and do one on this side, on this side, and on this side to match the holes over here. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So those holes, and I'm gonna do one here, here, and there. It's getting kind of dark in here. The lighting is bad, so I'm trying to hurry up. And I'm gonna do the same. Put another screw here just to reinforce. All right, the last step you want to do is you want to flip your cart or your shelving unit upside down where the rough sizes or the right side up, so that way you can attach your wheel. So again, I flipped it upside down. The top is at the bottom, and the bottom is upright. Get your casters, 4 of them. You know, place them on either end of your unit. And these are the kind that swivel. All right, you go back and forth. All right, you guys, so I already used my drill bit, and I drilled holes into each of the little holes in this. You know, I drilled it into the wood. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and screw down the screws. All right, all 3 are in. All 3 screws, all 4, I can't count. Don't fall, camera. You guys see? All right, so let's do the other side. So this one is barely coming off, so as long as the hole's not covered, I'm just gonna leave it on. So I'll place it down, maybe an inch, half an inch away from the edge. Go ahead and do the same for the second one. Remove the paper so that it's not covering the hole. All right, that's good enough. again. All right, so the holes are in. Ooh, I got myself again. I'm being so uncareful right now. All right, replace that. Dust off the dust, blow off the dust. All right, so switch out my bit again to the screwdriver and then go ahead and screw the screws into. All right, so that's done. All right, you all. So we have 3 wheels, 2 wheels attached. This one is attached. Yeah, it's pretty secure. This one is also attached. So I just have these 2 corners to do. All right. So the next time you see me, it'll be with the completed look, and the desk, not the desk, the shelf will be staged, so you guys can see the full effect. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and drill these last 2 wheels on, and then we'll be done. All right, you guys, this is how the cart turned out. It is so beautiful. I really love how it looks. And again, it's in my kitchen as a vegetable cart or stand, kitchen cart. At the bottom, I just have potatoes. In this container, just have water, teas, and some cups. But this is just there for now. Eventually, I'm gonna have, when I go to the grocery store, my onions and any other fruit that I don't want to, you know, that you don't refrigerate. I'll have it here. This flower vase is here for now. I'm not sure what will go there, but it's just something to make it look really cute. I love how rich this wood turned out with the stain. And this aluminum corners works well with the stainless steel appliances that I have in my kitchen. So everything turned out nice. And I have these cereal bowls here. It gives it a pop of color and some lemon, of course, with my teas. All right, so this is the completed look. And this is how you can kind of stage it or style it when you have it in your kitchen. And I'm gonna show you really quickly how you can use the same cart for as a bar cart. All right, stay tuned. All right, you all, here's how it looked as a bar cart in my dining room. And this is just the old table that was there in this spot where the cart is now. It is still so cute. Now I'm in conflict as to whether I should keep it here or in the kitchen. And this clock was gifted by my aunt for our housewarming. And it goes nicely with this bar cart with the wood. Although the wood here is a little bit lighter, it still works. It's kind of dark. Open up the curtains. You see how it looks? All right. What do you guys think? Comment below. Should I keep it here in the dining room? Or should I keep it in the kitchen? Thanks for watching, you all.